John and Lemon, we're feeling our best. Talking shop, but taking it slow. Crafting life as we go. From laughs to tools, from brews to skies, we're squeezing joy, no need to try. It's life with a twist of lemon. Two best friends and a vibe you can lean on. Tales, ideas, and a pinch of delight. We're bringing sunshine day or night. It's life with a twist of lemon. Two best friends and a vibe you can lean on. Tales, ideas, and a pinch of delight. We're bringing sunshine day or night. Life with a twist. Life with a twist. Life with a twist of lemon.
Stanley, you told me I'm supposed to ask you about red sauce and dueling LLMs, but mostly I'm concerned about the redness on your face.
All right. So, yes, it is. And hold on. I'm gonna. The folks that watch the YouTube will be able to see this, but I'm gonna roll back my headphones so you can see just how, because I took my hat off. Dear listener, I'm wearing a hat, which I don't normally do inside, but I've been trying to protect my scalp because I have burned my face like none other. I haven't had sunburn this bad since the summer of 2001, Memorial Day, 2001. Sorry, 2021.
Oh, okay. I was going to say 2001 was before John.
Yeah. No. 2021, I cooked a bunch of meat on the grill for the neighborhood. We had a little block party outside, of course, because we were still scared of indoor air. And I got sunburned so bad on my neck, actually, because I was wearing a hat, that it blistered, which is like the worst, right? But yes, my face hurts, Jonathan, and not just when people look at it, but when I like feel it. And it's all Lucy's fault, to be honest with you. Yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah. Normally when I travel, I take a hat with me, just out of instinct. Like I shove one in the bag. I didn't do that this weekend when we went to Nashville, and I don't know why. I almost never pack sunscreen, but I should, right? I should. Probably. And I have a little bottle now that will go in my bag. I'm showing on the camera. This is Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 70. I think 70 is a big number when it comes to SPF. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah. Seems important. Yeah. John, it's bad. I was at the track from 8 until 4:30, no hat, and I did not bring sunscreen. And it was mostly a sunny day. It was only cloudy at the end, but I could feel around like 2:00, I could feel stuff starting to hurt. It's not good. Yeah. So take care of your body.
All because you're the dad who shows up for track meets.
I did. It's funny. I've seen memes on Instagram. I didn't understand them until this weekend, where it's like, moms or dads, right, who it's their kids' first season of track, which it's mine, and those who are like on season 7, right? And the difference is they bring sunscreen, they bring food, they bring they don't bring just chairs, they bring full on canopies.
Yep.
Yeah. I saw those parents, and I thought at first I was like, you're ridiculous. Doesn't seem so ridiculous anymore.
Do I need to go make friends with them?
No, okay. So it was an interesting trip. Just to be clear, I don't think a canopy would have benefited me much. I actually spent a lot of time on my feet, leaning against the fence, cheering kids on. I felt that was the dad thing to do. And this is the other interesting thing about this meet. This is the first one where the weather didn't suck, right?
Right, because you're in May now.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. The weather still sucks here, but down in the suburbs of Nashville, it was quite delightful. And I would not have guessed it was going to be that delightful. I brought multiple layers. I was prepared for the worst from a cold standpoint. But track is a lot more pleasant to watch when you can root people on from a position of warmth.
Sure.
Yeah. So I had a fun time cheering kids on for our team, Indie Genesis. And I actually I enjoyed the meet. Now I will say there's diminishing returns at about 4 hours. Right? So about 4 hours, like
For you or for the people you're cheering on?
both, but more so for me because yeah. At 4 hours, man, I was just like, okay, can I go to my car, take a nap? Like, what can I do? And I read part of the Iliad.
Nice.
Yeah. Book 2, there's this thing called the Catalog of Ships. Turns out the Catalog of Ships can put you to sleep while sitting upright on a bleacher in the sun. Okay. Yeah.
Don't like the Iliad, huh?
No, I'm actually loving it. But the Catalog of Ships was painful, right? I'm really enjoying the Iliad. By the way, think about like things I didn't think I would say when I was in my 20s, right? Reading the Iliad at my daughter's track meet in Nashville.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, didn't have that on the bucket list. That was not. I didn't check that one off. I mean, I did check it off, but it wasn't one that I thought I needed to check off. Yeah. No, it was a good meet. Definitely got too much sun. My face hurt before I left. I had some interesting culinary experiences, which we should talk about. I don't know if we should do that pre or post red sauce. What do you want to do?
Let's do post, because at least one of them is gonna take off the twisties.
Oh, okay. All right. Bring it. Bring it. Okay, so what did I text you? By the way, are you consuming any beverages tonight?
I am not anymore. I did mix myself a Manhattan earlier.
Okay, spill it. What were the ingredients for tonight's Manhattan?
It was Woodford bourbon.
Ooh, yes.
What's my brand of sweet vermouth? Rouge, something like that. I don't know. Anna bought the sweet vermouth. It's pretty good.
Okay, not this like traditional martini rosy though.
No, I would never buy that.
You would never buy that. You've become bougie with your vermouth.
I'd have to be in a pretty desperate place to buy that, I think.
Okay. Oh, hold on. When did this happen?
5 years ago.
What was the moment? What was the thing that changed your perspective on sweet vermouth?
It might have been Negronis, Stan.
Oh, okay. That checks out. So I'm not at the fridge. I think that what I have in the fridge is Fratelli Vincenzi Vermouth Rossi di Torino right now.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie to you. I've got some Martini Rosso floating around. I've got dry vermouth from Martini Rosso for sure. There might still be some sweet vermouth.
Buy. I only use dry vermouth in martinis though.
So do you refrigerate your vermouth?
Yes.
Okay. I've never once refrigerated Martini Rossi. It's probably bad, isn't it? It's probably gone funk.
Probably.
Yeah. The Fratelli Vincenzi it has been in the fridge longer than I care to admit. Like it's probably at least been a year now. That's probably too long for sweet vermouth as well.
I mean, I'd taste it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it taking you so long to go through sweet vermouth, Stan?
Listen, I love a good Manhattan, but if I'm going to have a Manhattan, I'm going to be sitting with you or with Aaron Fenker or another friend that I at least don't hate.
Another friend that you don't hate. Fair enough.
Yeah. So, but I like a Manhattan's not something that I would just whip up for kicks and giggles on my own. I don't know. Like a Manhattan doesn't feel like a drink I drink by myself.
Okay.
You'll drink by yourself because you would rather drink by yourself than with people anyhow.
And I mean, Manhattan is probably my favorite beverage.
Wait. Of all things, like even more so than wine?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, hold up. I got a $200 bottle of Burgundy. And I got the exact Manhattan you just made. What do you choose?
I mean, like the $200 bottle of Burgundy might not actually taste good, Stan.
But this is the choice that you're making. You're faced with both.
And I choose one.
There's so much hesitation here, and I love it. I can't even tell you how much I love it right now.
At that point, it would probably depend on the vibe. Like, if I'm on a cruise ship with you, I'm probably drinking that bottle of wine.
Oh, yeah. Especially if I'm buying, right? But
yeah.
now you're on a desert island, and it's not Castaway Key, right? You're on a desert island, and your choices are the Manhattan you had tonight, 200 bottle of Burgundy. Which, by the way, we're even on the desert island. You don't know how this bottle of Burgundy tastes,
Mhm.
but it is the bottle that you will have for the rest of eternity.
We'll
Hey,
have for the
Robinson
rest of your
Crusoe. Yeah.
I think it's a Manhattan, Stan.
Wow. Okay.
Like
Did
on
not
my
peg
deathbed, it's a Manhattan. It's not
on your deathbed. It's a Manhattan.
right.
Wow. Okay. All right. And it's the Manhattan that you made tonight. Woodford Reserve.
Maybe not with those exact ingredients, but
If
like
you say SoCo, I'll slap you. Please tell me that SoCo is not your pick.
that is an exercise in nostalgia.
Okay. Which I respect, right? Like the whole reason I drink a Manhattan is principally nostalgia. It's someone else's nostalgia, but it's, yeah.
I think I like rye more than bourbon in my Manhattan. My go-to is Bullet Rye, which is very, very good.
I get up your rye game. If
Probably.
Bullet's a great mixing rye, but if that's the rye that you're choosing on your deathbed, we have failed you.
I mean, it's a cheap bottle of rye that tastes good to Stan.
It's not. I wouldn't actually call it cheap. By the way, like Bullet's not cheap rye. There's definitely cheaper rye,
Right.
but I think so. I don't know if you remember this. Aaron Finker was coming to visit. One of the times that like his family got prolifically sick.
One of the times.
at my home. Yeah, one of the times, because like that's yeah. An ill Finker is just par for the course. Anyhow, he for some reason told me the thing he wanted to try was Whistle Pig.
Okay.
Right. And because I was like, you pick out the bottle and I'll get it ordered from Total Wine, and we'll just roll that. Whistle Pig is a respectable rye. Also, for what's worth, if you can find Woodford rye is fantastic. It's just hard to find. But you gotta up your game. If you want to up your game here in Indianapolis, I'll do that. I'll do that. But
all right. But we have wine to drink, Stan.
We do. But like, what are you gonna have for lunch, right? This is the thing. So this is the problem. When you and I get together, right? It's not a matter of like, are we going to have a drink? It's like, how much are we going to drink? And just to be clear, you and I I don't think we've ever, with except two occasions, we've never like had drinks to get drunk. Okay. On 2 occasions, we've had drinks so that I could get you drunk.
Correct.
Right.
Because
that's, yeah. But like you and I are usually like, let's try this fancy or craft thing and discuss it. Right.
Correct.
Yeah. So the problem is never like, we're never looking to get smashed, but we may get a little tipsy because we're busy talking about the finer points of Whistle Pig rye. That's my prediction for the future.
The real problem is when I'm ready to go to sleep and Stan wants to open another bottle.
Right, because I'm on second or third wind, right? And the problem is when you come here, like this is the thing. When you come here next time, I have had basically. When was the last time you were here? It's been a year, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I have bottles that I have been saving up.
No, I was there for Thanksgiving, so half a year.
Thanksgiving, half a year. But think about what's happened. Like Robert Mondavi happened in that gap, right?
Yep.
I have a $100 bottle of a Robert Mondavi that I have not opened, that is solely dedicated for letting Jonathan Kohlmeier have the experience that I had with his bottle, right?
Yep.
I think when you were here, we did I poured an inaugural and I poured a Frappato, which I'd saved a bottle of each of those for you. I have actually some Brut that's waiting for you.
Really?
I have a rosé. That I saved because I thought Kohlmeier would have a freaking blast having this rosé, right?
All right.
If next time you're here, every 2 hours we open a bottle, I don't think we'll get through all the things that I've earmarked for Kohlmeier time.
And you want to go on 3 different bike rides, so
it's the only way. It's the only way. Right. So if you're here for 3 days, we go on 3 bike rides. At that rate, the goal is to burn 1 bottle of wine per day.
Okay.
Right.
Fair enough.
Gosh, can you imagine how like the robots are going to read the transcript of this and think we're alcoholics? The reality is, people, we love
Really are.
craftsmanship. It's
That is
always been
true.
about craftsmanship. Even going back to the milkshake reviews, it was about craftsmanship.
Which we should bring back at some point.
Oh, I don't know that my waistline can handle that.
I mean, at least one.
At least one. Yeah. So
actually, when you were in Nashville, you should have tried the greatest milkshake I've ever had.
So I need to clarify. I was in Lebanon. I wasn't actually in Nashville. And if you go look at the map, Lebanon is like Elgin is to Chicago. Right. So they, like, people in Elgin, they say they're from Chicago. They don't mean it. Right. And they're fundamentally different. Like in Elgin, they put ketchup on their hot dogs. There's nothing Chicago about Elgin except for the fact that it's the end of a metro line. Right. I'm going to offend somebody. That's okay.
My uncle lives in Elgin.
There's nothing, like, to be clear. Apart
you can get a good hot dog in Elgin too.
You can, yes, you can. And to be clear, nothing wrong with Elgin. It's just not Chicago. But people from Elgin say they're from Chicago.
Right.
Okay. And the weird thing about Elgin, if you look at the map, right? So you get a little close to the city, and you're like Wheaton and Naperville. Those people don't say they're from Chicago. They say they're from Wheaton, Naperville.
Yeah.
Right. And people know that, or like they say they're from Schaumburg, right? Or, whatever. Like they pick a city, and because there's this weird ring outside of Chicago where people
close
say
enough
they're
to Chicago that people want to realize they don't want to be from Chicago.
Exactly. It's a weird thing. But then you get a little further out, and suddenly, like, Elgin and Elburn, and even sometimes in Joliet, like the only reason people say they're from Joliet is because someone watched the Blues Brothers. Like that's all. It's, or people from Aurora. People from Aurora, they want to say that they're from Chicago, but it always goes back to Wayne's World. Right?
Fair enough.
This is the thing. Now, where I'm from, it's quite literally called West Chicago. That's the name of the town. It's 30 miles west. It's the most confusing thing ever, because if I say I'm from West Chicago, everybody's like, "Oh, the West Side." I'm like, no. I'm a suburb, West Chicago. So now, what I do today is I say to folks, like, I'm from this little town that's tucked in between Naperville and Wheaton, which is like, it's the dumbest way to identify where I'm from.
Correct.
I don't know, John.
To be fair, the majority of people who you're telling this to probably don't actually have any idea of what Chicago is like or where things are located. So I wouldn't stress about it.
They don't. And this is as good a transition into the red sauce thing. But first, just before we go there, I am drinking a Les Pepites. It's a Malbec Shiraz blend, which have you been seeing these? These are popping up everywhere. Malbec and Shiraz blends.
Okay.
I've had a ton of them in the last 2 to 3 months. So something's going on where people are like, "Oh, I got to blend Malbec and Shiraz." And I'll just say this: it works.
I believe
it works exceptionally well, because you get a little bit of that, like, spiciness from the Malbec, but you get the, like, subtle, sweet but very fruit forward notes of the Shiraz.
Yep.
Right.
Sounds like this crowd pleasing wine, Stan.
That's absolutely what it is. Like, if I had, most of the people in my life except you don't care about wine, I would get a Malbec Shiraz.
Mrs. Lemon cares about wine in a different way.
In a very different way. Yeah. She popped the bottle open. Am I going to like this one? Yeah, probably, dear. Yeah. So it's called Les Pepites by H.J. Fabre. Like, kind of like the, I think when we were reading Fahrenheit 451, we say Faber. Kind of like that character. That's what I thought of when I opened this bottle. But H.J. Faber, we're gonna go Faber. So the description says a fruit-driven blend with exquisite aromas of spices, red berries, and licorice. I don't get any licorice, just to be clear. It's well structured and balanced with a very elegant finish. Those parts are true. So, yeah.
Nice. Looks like a deep red color through the camera.
It's actually very deep red. Yeah. I don't have a piece of white paper, otherwise I would show you. But yeah, good color. I didn't actually notice it's not very leggy. It's got a much more dry mouth feel than I would have expected, considering how fruit forward it is. So
nice.
There you go. All right, red sauce. So I went to dinner with my beloved, and I did the thing that I never do, John. I took her out for pizza.
Yeah. Always a gamble.
Except I'd been here once before with Evelyn. I took Evelyn. We had like a daddy-daughter night. It was just her and I. It's this place called Shindig, SHIN space DIG. Just like it sounds, Shindig, right? So it's part of this Cunningham restaurant group here in Indianapolis. Mrs. Lim and I have been to a bunch of their restaurants, and there's several of them that we like a lot. And they have what I would call gourmet. This feels like the wrong word, but gourmet pizza.
Yep.
So like they've got a really fantastic crust, and then they just throw a bunch of crap on it.
Hipster pizzas.
Yeah, it's probably hipster pizza. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but the kicker here is if you look at the options on the menu, they're all over the place, right? The one that I got with Evelyn, I think it was called like the bee's knees. It had a couple different meats, and then it had hot honey drizzled over top.
Nice.
Hot honey on a pizza is freaking phenomenal. I bought a bottle of hot honey because of this.
Nice.
Okay, so game on. It's going to happen at some point here at the Lemon House. Our favorite Cunningham restaurant is called the Livery, and you've not been there because it's been 6 months since you've been here.
Well,
but
for the past, I don't know how many times I've been there, you cook for me, and we haven't gone out.
We got to mix it up, man. We got to come more frequently. It's all good. It's all good. We'll make it happen. So this pizza we had tonight was a joint venture with the Livery. The Livery makes really good tinga de pollo. They've got kind of like a Spanish fusion flavor thing going on at the Livery. It's really good. I like it. But where I'm going with this is we got into discussing red sauce, and I made a comment to my wife that I thought she would appreciate.
Okay.
Right? So you remember where I went last summer?
To Italy?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you remember I had pizza?
Which you did not like.
I did. Well, it was different. Do you remember what I told you about the sauce in Italy?
I don't.
It was sweet. It was sweet and it was thin, right? And so it was just like, it wasn't quite pureed enough to be ketchup, but it was close.
Okay.
All right. Now, just to be clear to the Italian people whom I love, I didn't dislike your pizza. I just don't think it was pizza. Like that was not pizza sauce. All right. You basically found a bottle of ketchup, you let it thin and maybe like recongeal as it traveled the ocean, and you put it on your pizzas. And there's nothing wrong with that because ketchup in the right vessel is a beautiful thing, right? Not on hot dogs, but on the right thing, it's a beautiful thing.
Bad French fries.
Wait. You don't like it on French fries?
I don't love ketchup. The few times I will eat ketchup are on bad French fries.
On bad French fries. I gotcha. Okay. I will just say this. Ketchup can fix many French fries, even French fries from In-N-Out Burger. But that's for later.
Which you didn't order the correct way, but
because I didn't know, man. Like I don't think you talked about animal style so much that I had no idea that I had to order them well done. We'll come to that. So what I said to Mrs. Lemon though is that what I learned there is that I don't like Italian pizza sauce. I like Chicago pizza sauce.
correct.
And I've come to terms with that because the recipe, the sauce that I make, right? It's a little thicker. It's much more herbal. It's got stronger. It's not sweet at all. Like I actually put a little bit of sugar because when you put sugar inside of tomato, like tomato puree, it actually cuts some of the sweetness away. It makes no sense, but that's absolutely what it does.
Oh, it cuts the acid is what it does.
Cuts the acid.
Not as bright.
Yeah, exactly. Not as bright. That's a good, yeah. So my pizza sauce is freaking phenomenal. Agree?
I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
We got had it in the last 6 months. So
we got to talking about how we came to that sauce. So first of all, I found a Blue Apron recipe. I modified it. It was a calzone recipe. I love the red sauce. I was like, this is the sauce that I've been dreaming of. And it had been about 3.5 years when I had this sauce since the last time I had a pizza sauce that I liked. And that pizza sauce I'd gotten in a jar at a Shop and Save in Pennsylvania. Okay. And they stopped distributing it. Like we'd grab it all the time, buy multiple jars. It was all we used. And then suddenly it was gone and it really messed with me. I actually think that the red sauce that we discovered, which by the way is on stanleman.com in case you're wondering, um, is what reinvigorated my pizza like making stuff. And like that's I got back into making I got into making pizza, I should say, not back into it, but I got into making pizza because I found the sauce that worked for me.
Yep.
And my realization tonight was that's a Chicago sauce. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, I believe Chicago invented pizza, so it's fine. But I love my red sauce. It's very near and dear to my heart. That was one of the things I was reflecting on tonight. I got like a little emotional about it.
I remember when you had this Blue Apron recipe, which I think you sent to me, and I made at least one time. But that definitely unlocked a red sauce game for me as well.
Oh, it's so fantastic, and it's a versatile red sauce. We use it actually when we make spaghetti. I've got a gnocchi and vegetables thing. Gnocchi.
There you
Gnocchi
go.
and
You're
vegetables.
going to get yelled at by the twisties again.
Yeah, gnocchi, vegetables, and then we'll do like some kielbasi. They're all mixed in, and we'll do the red sauce in there. That red sauce, I throw it on everything now. It's solid. I love it, but again, it doesn't gel with the sauce that I identified over on the peninsula, as it were. And I've just come to terms with that Chicago style sauce, right? And
I wonder if you go to a certain part of Italy, if that changes and you see the influences there.
I wonder, because here's the other thing that I do. Do you remember that scene from The Godfather with the sauce when they're making the red sauce?
You said that you believe that this is what he was talking about.
I do. I think like when he makes that sauce, right? He talks about using the razor blade to thinly cut the garlic. It's a poetic scene, right? Like there are many points in that movie where I want to weep. That's the one where I actually weep, right?
Well, in the grand scheme of things, it becomes even better considering he's trying to teach Michael how to make the sauce.
Yeah, and it's formational for him, right? Like this is part of him becoming a Don, is learn how to make red sauce, because you can feed the family, right? Whether it's like your little biological family or the family, right? Oh, so good, John. Anyhow, that was my revelation today, because Sarah said to me, I'm like, this says that there's red sauce on the pizza, but I don't believe it. And I was like, there is, but it's so minuscule, and it's like there's no flavor to it. Like the sauce is not a defining characteristic of this pizza. Your sauce has to be good enough that you could make a pie with sauce, cheese, maybe a little basil on top, and it's going to be fantastic. Like the best pizza you've ever had should have just pie, sauce, cheese. There you go. Wisdom from the lemon. That's it tonight.
I think I agree.
It warms my heart. All right.
And you know what? You sent these pictures. I see that you ate some vegetables with a lot of non-vegetable things on top of them. And Mrs. Lemon looks very, very happy to be out to eat with you. So wins all around.
We had a good time. Yeah. I think you're probably seeing the salad.
Yeah.
Here's what I like about this place. So you Americans talk about putting pepperoni in your pizza, right?
Yep.
In Italy, they do soppressata. Soppressata is a magical thing because it's like a merging of salami and pepperoni with some heat. It's got more fat in it than pepperoni, but it's got that like depth of salami with some spiciness. Soppressata is magical, right? So this salad, it was so funny. They're like, it's romaine and soppressata and mozzarella, and there's some chickpeas there too for reasons that we don't understand. And then oh my gosh, I should know what the other vegetable is.
Tomatoes?
No, yeah, there were tomatoes. No, everybody puts tomatoes on everything. It's a bitter like thing. Why can't I remember what this is?
Arugula? I don't see any arugula.
No, not arugula. Although arugula is bitter. That's correctly identified in terms of flavor profiles, John. I'm gonna look this up because it's gonna drive me nuts. Wings, pizza, not wings. Drive-through, build your own pizza, sweets, not pizza. Supposedly there are salads on this menu. Oh, here we go. House salad. Pickled onion, scallion, sunflower seed. There was no sunflower seed on this at all. No, no, this is not right. This is not what I had.
They made up a
Big's
salad
chopped
just for you.
salad. I'm sorry, endive. It was endive. Ugh.
Okay.
When was the last time you had endive?
I have no idea.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you, endive, I like the flavor, but this endive had no depth to it. The soppressata made the dish.
The dressing looks good. Some kind of vinaigrette.
It was mostly olive oil, to be honest. Yeah, there was vinaigrette somewhere in there, I guess, but it was mostly olive oil. Yeah, I spilled most of it too. But
all right,
good little joint. If you're in Indianapolis, highly recommend for a piece of would you call it hipster pizza?
Hipster pizza, sure.
Hipster pizza. For a slice of hipster pizza and maybe a salad. I don't know. They got good draft beer too, but I couldn't talk Mrs. Lemon into the wine tonight
because there was beer.
Well, there was beer, but so the only thing they had by the bottle was Segura Vidas Cava Rose from Spain. So a rosé. It was $15 a bottle, which is in and of itself a little sus.
Yeah.
Okay. But that was the only thing they had by the bottle. Then they, by the glass, they had some Pinot from California, a Sangiovese from Italy, which probably would have been fantastic, and then a Cab from California. So, like, I don't know, you don't go to a place like this looking for wine, right? You want to get 3 Floyd's beer on draft. That's what you want. That's what here's the thing that blew my mind though. They had Oberon on draft.
Really?
It seems early, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So wait, okay.
Anna would get that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So, this is the thing I wanted to ask you. When is the first day that you should be able to get Oberon on draft?
First day on draft? Probably the Friday of Memorial Day weekend.
I'll accept it. I think it's a good answer. I was going to say June 1st, but that's close enough. Yeah. I don't know why. Oberon to me is a June beer.
Memorial Day is the unofficial kickoff of summer.
It is, but I don't know what it is, man. Something about Oberon screams June. For the dear listener, why don't you describe what Oberon is?
A summery beer that tastes delicious. It's got some citrusy notes. It's orange.
Citrusy notes.
It's got an orange label.
Orange label. Yeah.
Great after mowing the lawn.
It is the perfect lawn mowing beer. I mean, oh, you disagree?
I don't know. I think that is not concluded in my mind yet, because I think there are many a farmhouse ale that are also great after mowing the lawn.
So, any type of saison, farmhouse ale, as you Americans would call it, is summer appropriate. Totally. I expected you to tell me something like, "Oh no, I'm going to do a Leinenkugels."
I mean, that would be on Wisconsin brand.
Yeah.
But Leinenkugel is kind of hit or miss depending on what kind you get.
Truth. I love Oberon. I think Oberon's actually technically a wheat beer. I think it's a Weissen.
Mm.
Yeah. Very bright, very fresh. It's all those citrus notes. And for whatever reason, seeing it makes me think of summer.
Well, it's got such a happy sun on.
It does. And I think just because when it comes out, I don't know. I love Bell's Brewery.
And it's called Oberon. That play is not on our reading list this year, but
it could be, John, because you're ahead.
I am ahead. I've got 2 months here before I'm supposed to start the next.
We should talk about that too. But before we get there, let's talk about the In-N-Out controversy.
Yes, you went to an In-N-Out burger in Indiana, which I didn't know.
Tennessee.
Oh, in Tennessee, which I didn't know that they were in Tennessee. But
fun fact, it is their 10th state as they expand eastward.
Okay.
There's a big plaque.
I feel like some of these things, as they continue to expand, where they used to be very regionally located, it kind of loses the allure.
Okay. You said some of these things. What other things come to mind?
Buc-ee's.
Oh, Oh, hot take. I actually went to a Buc-ee's on this trip too. Explain. You think Buc-ee's is fundamentally different if it's not in Texas? That's what you're saying.
I do, and I think it's probably mostly the clientele. Like it's just tourists versus, Texans and tourists.
That's an interesting distinction because in Texas, it's absolutely just like Buc-ee's is just a thing, right?
Right.
It's not a thing you go out of your way to. It's like, I need gas, so I'm going to go to Buc-ee's. And oh, by the way, I'm going to buy 3 pounds of fantastic beef jerky while I'm there and a bag of nuggets. And since it's lunchtime, I'll get a pork sandwich or brisket sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't considered that. I will say this. So the one that I've been to probably the most times in my life, to be honest with you, I've been to them in Texas. It's an experience to behold.
Mm-hmm.
The one I've been to the most though is this one in Tennessee on I-65 as you're heading south. Supposedly Indianapolis is going to get a Buc-ee's soon in the Greenwood area. Soon being like the next 2 to 3 years.
And if there's a Buc-ee's every 100 miles, like,
dude, they start advertising for this sucker all the way up in Chicago. This is like, I don't know what the marketing geniuses at Buc-ee's have figured out, but if you're driving down 65, even from my house, by the time I get to Buc-ee's, I have seen no less than 10 billboards.
Right.
I don't know what those suckers cost, but all it is a logo of Buc-ee, right? And the number of miles, and sometimes
left.
a quippy phrase.
Right.
And it works. It's very effective.
And do you remember what any other billboards were for on this trip?
No. Yeah, I know, right? Like that's the thing. I don't know. I'm sure there was a Chick-fil-A. There had to be a McDonald's one, probably a Pilot or Love's, but I couldn't tell you what. I remember like at one point seeing like 217 miles. Like it was a weird number, right? But I can actually see the billboard.
Right. That is some good branding.
It is some good branding. It will be interesting to see if they lose their, I don't know, what would you call that? If it waters down, I don't even know how to describe what would happen.
Supply and demand. It's all economics.
Yeah, I don't know. But like losing the authenticity, maybe that's what I'm going for. The authenticity of the brand as it moves outside of Texas. Is that possible? And does that matter? Because in supply and demand, like it doesn't matter, right?
What do you think about Portillo's? Do you think this has kind of happened with Portillo's the farther you get away from Chicago?
I do. Although what's wild about Portillo's is like if you go to the one in Maryville here in Indiana, which is the one in Indiana closest to Chicago, the Chicagoland area. It's the same vibe, man, in terms of like the way they work the drive-through and the way they work the line. The thing that's different is the people behind the counter don't talk to you like a Chicagoan. There
you go.
And it's weird to. I don't know. It's weird to articulate. The other thing is, at least the one here in Indianapolis. Actually, maybe we have two. We have two because we got one on the north side and the one on the west side. I'm thinking of the one on the west side. They like walk around the dining room and come and check on you like it's Chick-fil-A or something.
Huh.
Yeah, like that's nobody in Chicago is going to check on how your meal is, right? They hand it to you in a bag and they wish you good luck. And if you need to talk to them again, it's to go and get your drink refilled, which you have to go up to, by the way. God help me, if someone at Portillo's walks out to my table and asks me if I need a refill.
Something's wrong.
Yeah. It's just like, it's the authenticity.
So like, even in Milwaukee, I've had a less than stellar experience at Portillo's. Like everything from like the service was off to it took forever. And it like, this is not what Portillo's was built on.
Portillo's is the NASCAR of fast food. Right. And it's everything tastes good. It's messy. It's greasy. Nobody's counting calories. One of the worst things that ever happened for Portillo's was they introduced salads. Like if you want a salad, it's called Gardenera. All right. Or when you're ordering an Italian beef, you just say hots. You want your salad, you say hots. They'll put the Gardenera on the Italian beef, and there's your freaking salad. You want vegetables? They'll come into you pickled.
Yeah,
I'm with
as
you.
it should be.
Here's the thing. So I would imagine what you experienced is folks who did not grow up understanding the machine, which is Portillo's, right?
Yep.
Which I think is what I'm saying about Maryville, right? Like they're not Chicagoans. And there's something about Chicagoans delivering an Italian beef to you that makes the difference, you know?
I think that there's more research that needs to be done.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. If it's a Chicagoan,
right now.
if it's a Chicagoan behind the counter that defines Portillo's, you said with Buc-ee's, it's the clientele.
Yeah.
I think that's right. I think it's the people that are in it, because when I was at Buc-ee's this last time, it's freaking elbow to elbow and people are being rude and like just shoving around to get to things. That's not Buc-ee's in Texas.
No.
I've been to 5-star restaurants that are less polite than a freaking Buc-ee's in Texas. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's weird. And there's a pride too. There's a pride that like, John, maybe there's a parallel here. So in Chicago, people from Chicago are notoriously prideful about their city, right? That just like, it comes off you, radiates off of you. In a Buc-ee's, it's the Texans. They're so proud of being in Texas that it radiates off of them.
And we don't see this in Culver's because Wisconsinites aren't like that.
No, they're not. They just make a darn good burger is what it amounts to.
I mean, they're a little crazy about their football team, but
they are. Yeah. If my beloved professor, Professor Reed, is listening, so this is equivalent to Dante's passion for Florence. That's a Chicagoan's passion for the Italian beef, or a Texan's passion for being inside of a Buc-ee's. And you take those institutions, Portillo's, Buc-ee's, and you take the people that define them out of them, and the institution is just all this is capitalism.
Right. It's like that.
Now there's anything wrong with capitalism. I like money.
$200 bottle of Burgundy that you're drinking all alone.
All alone on a desert island for the rest of your life. Yeah. You don't even know if it's a good bottle, but you're drinking alone.
No.
Yeah. So I'm hoping Rick is still hanging in here for this. So I imagine then, like, you walking into a Buc-ee's and not getting the Texas experience, or me walking into Portillo's, or even you walking into Portillo's and not getting the Chicago experience. It has to be like after Dante's exile from Florence.
Too far.
Too far. Okay.
Anyway, we were talking about In-N-Out. The first time I had In-N-Out was in Vegas. The second time was in Orange County. So
I think I was physically with you for both, and I didn't go to either.
Well, you were not with me for Orange County because that happened most recently at Disneyland. So
that one. Okay, all right. I was thinking Orange County. I was thinking Irvine. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. But I was with you in Vegas and I didn't go, and I don't know why I didn't go.
So I think those were the years where you would like go to bed early. Because I'm pretty sure it was like 1 a.m. when we made that run. So
this would have been over 10 years ago at this point.
For sure.
Yeah, maybe 12, 13. Why was I going to bed early?
I don't know, man.
I definitely should have been taking a multivitamin.
You got grumpier as you had kids, and then spent more time away from the kids. That's true.
I definitely, as we were traveling for work, begrudged being away from home, without a doubt. I just don't.
You still do, but now you.
Yeah, I still very much do. You asked me to travel. Listen, if you're listening to this podcast, you're like, oh, that lemon guy seems like the kind of guy that I want working for me. Just know this: if you take me away from my family, I will hate you. I cannot wait to see what the robots come up with hashtags for this episode.
It's going to be all about food, probably, and Dante.
But Dante stuff will stick out, right? I made like 2 references to Dante and it'll pop.
We keep circling around this. You went to In-N-Out when you escaped the sun and bleachers at the track meet. What'd you order, Stan?
Hold up. Back up. So you've had it before, right? You said the first time you had it, you said it was amazing.
I did.
Yeah. You were with your father-in-law
Yep.
who loves food as much as he loves the Lord God himself.
True.
Okay. And he also said it was amazing. I like hamburgers. You and I have talked a lot about hamburgers.
We have. There's probably a whole episode about them.
There has to be at least one episode about it. But this has been, for me at least, this has been a gap in my repertoire and the things I've tried, right?
Yep.
So I felt like I had to close the gap because there was one right there. I'm going to be honest with you. I've got a trip coming up to LA, and I had been thinking to myself, like, how do I leave Disneyland long enough just to try an In-N-Out burger so I can check it off the list?
Well, I think there's one pretty darn close to Disneyland.
But the question remains, would that have been a good use of my time at Disneyland? Right?
How many days are you going to be there?
I'm going to be there 3 nights, 4 days. This was the question that haunted me as my skin was cooking in the sun.
Okay.
For whatever reason, Lebanon, Tennessee, which is just east of Nashville, has an In-N-Out burger. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on in Lebanon, but
They don't have a Hattie B's, but
they don't have a Hattie B's. And the crazy thing about this is it's like less than a mile from the high school that I was at, right?
Yeah.
Like the only thing between me and In-N-Out burger was a Dollar General. So why wouldn't I, Jonathan? That's what I kept asking myself. Why wouldn't I go? So as I pulled up, I texted you and I said, there's a line outside the building. I decided I wasn't going to go to the drive-thru. I was going to go inside because I feel like part of this in my mind was the experience of going inside.
Sure.
But there's a line outside the building. And I texted you. I said, is it worth it? What did you say to me, Jonathan?
Did I say probably not? I don't remember what I said, Stan.
You said probably not if it matches my Orange County experience. All right. So now let's take a break. Tell the listener about your Orange County experience because apparently Vegas was amazing. Vegas over 10 years ago was amazing.
I mean, I was young and had no palate. I don't know. We went there.
Wait. You had no palate. What about your palate needed to develop to take this Las Vegas experience and translate it to the Orange County experience? I just want to know, because your amygdala was formed, son. Like, what was it that had to change?
I have no idea, Stan. I can only say it was the group of people that I was with and their excitement rubbed off on me.
Okay, we're
Maybe
gonna come
there's
back.
more salt. So
That's there. We got 2 options. It was people or it was salt. I accept both answers. And you would have won this round of Jeopardy.
But yeah, I went. I think it was the first day we were there. Again, there was a long line. Inside was actually kind of dirty, which I do not remember from the Vegas experience.
That's not good. That nobody wants to go into a dirty restaurant ever. That's just bad.
And so I ordered my double animal style.
This is in California too. These folks took COVID seriously, and the restaurant was dirty.
Yeah.
All right, I've got no explanation. Listen, you pretentious people on the West Coast, whom I love all of you. What's going on? Clean your freaking restaurants.
And with my 2-year-old daughter, so it's like extra.
Yeah, because she's got to touch everything. Yeah.
So I got that, and I ordered my fries well done. I did not go with animal style fries, but those are all so okay. Sat down, ate it, and honestly, I think the burger was just kind of dry.
Okay. For the listener who does not know Jonathan Kohlmeier, what is your favorite fast food burger?
What is my favorite fast food burger? Do I know this?
I thought I knew the answer. This is funny. Yeah, come on, John, think about it.
I mean, I really enjoy Culver's burgers.
Okay.
I enjoy a Five Guys burger. I know you have some issues with the bun.
That's what I thought you were going to say was Five Guys. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the problem with Five Guys is you're paying like $22 for a burger. So
money doesn't matter though. You've got a $200 bottle of Burgundy to wash all this down with.
Right.
Okay, so if price is not an option, Five Guys it is?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay. So much nuance. Help me
So,
understand.
I don't know. I don't really care for Five Guys fries. Those are fries that I will eat with ketchup.
Oh, they're terrible. So your best burger has to be accompanied by fries?
I think probably.
Oh, wow.
Or cheese curds.
Or cheese curds. There we go. That's the money ticket. That's the money ticket.
Onion rings in a pinch. So,
dude, the Culver's onion rings, those are legit. Like,
but
those
why
are
would you go with those over cheese curds?
The best thing to do is to get one kid to order onion rings and the other kid to order cheese curds. Right?
There you go.
Okay, this is fascinating. So you basically what you're saying is for a hamburger, you have to have accoutrements.
Stand on its own, probably.
Wow. Okay. See, I'm the complete opposite. I go into a venue and I'm like, I'm going to judge this hamburger solely on the basis of the burger.
You also order just hamburgers regularly, where I would have to really think about just ordering a hamburger.
Yeah, I basically have stopped ordering cheese on a hamburger. Yeah.
Yep.
I could talk about that. That's a whole other podcast.
Doesn't make sense to me coming from
Wisconsin.
No, listen.
I'm not gonna, okay. Here's a hot take for you. I'll go to McDonald's and I'll order a double quarter pounder with cheese. Excuse me, with no cheese. Double quarter pounder, no cheese. I will drive home and I will put Boar's Head baby Swiss cheese on it. And I'll put it on the burger and I'll wait a couple minutes just to get a little melty. But that's what I do. For me, there's two facets that go into not ordering cheese. One is it's like a lot of calories, and then I look at the calories. I'm like, okay, is this actually the flavor that I want? And the reality is, like, once you've had good cheese, I'm sorry, the cheese that's put on most hamburgers is not that good. And so then I'm like, is it worth this calorie bump that I'm gonna get? Or when I go home, should I just eat a piece of cheese? Because I've got good cheese in the drawer at the fridge all the time.
I see your reasoning. I think I'm too lazy to live that life in execution.
Okay. When you
do this yourself, or do you make somebody else do it for you?
Which part?
The cheese. Or
No,
did somebody else go to McDonald's?
I usually do it. Because everybody, like my family, even looks at me like I'm ridiculous. Like you're doing what? I've done this with Culver's as well, right? Where I've come home, I'm like, I'm gonna put my nice, like Boar's Head white cheddar or whatever it is, like that I've got. I'm just gonna put it on.
That's just kind of sad because Culver's cheddar is actually pretty good, Stan.
It's okay, John. In the realm of cheddars, it's okay. All right. Like I know you're Mr. Wisconsin over here, but the fact of the matter is that you're gonna get so much better Wisconsin cheddar from a deli than you are from Culver's. Okay. That's mass produced cheddar. It happens to be like probably 65% cheese product as well. I'm just saying, like, cheese is it's like wine. Like, it's a beautiful thing, and when you eat it, you should really enjoy it.
Sidebar: when you spend your time near LA, will you be stopping at our cheese shop?
It's too far out of the way. I've already mapped it.
That's what I came out to. So we've got to figure out a reason to fly into LAX sometime, Stan, and then it's right there.
Working on it, John. Working on it. Okay, back to In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
So I knew that you were lukewarm on In-N-Out Burger. I also knew this was a gap in my repertoire.
Yep.
I don't think repertoire is the right word. In my portfolio, maybe I just say portfolio. Like in the set of things that I have experienced, this one was missing, and it felt like it should not be missing. By the way, I've never been to Raising Cane's. Also, a gap in my like fried chicken experience. Okay.
I have been to a Raising Cane's. Similar experience.
Oh, fascinating. So I drove. Lucy just finished the 1600 meter. She ran 3200 meter 8 o'clock, and at 11:30, she ran the 1600 meter, which is bonkers, right? Like props her. Those are mad dashes, both of them. So I was like, all right, kid's done. She's not going to talk to me anyhow. I'm just going to head out, grab lunch, and I drive over to In-N-Out Burger. There's a line outside the building. I asked you, is it worth it? You say no. For reasons that are beyond me, I get in line. Okay.
Probably because there was no other option, Stan. This was right next
There
door.
were other options. I get inside. It smells decent, right? I knew that I had to order a burger animal style.
Yep.
Animal style, as I understand it, is fried in mustard, right?
Yep.
So the burger's fried in mustard, which is weird. Can we talk about a little bit for the fact that like mustard is mostly water? How do you fry something in water?
Maybe it's not mostly water.
No, mustard is mostly water. Look it up. It has a little bit of vinegar, right? It's mostly water, and then mustard grain. Like I don't understand the concept of frying in mustard. I think like chemically that's actually not accurate.
Okay.
And then there's grilled onions that are on it, right? And they do a little extra of their sauce, their special sauce. I'm using special sauce, finger quotes, right?
Sure. Like everybody's special sauce.
Yeah. So I Googled the special sauce, right? Turns out they got their own recipe, whatever. But their special sauce is McDonald's special sauce, is everybody else's special sauce, which just turns out to be
Thousand Island dressing.
Thousand Island dressing. Yeah. Bingo. So I'm like, all right, first of all, I don't like Thousand Island dressing is fine, but I think the problem with Thousand Island dressing is it's so sweet that when you put extra on, it just overpowers everything, right? Like if I wanted dessert, I'd go get ice cream.
Right.
So I walked up and I ordered a single burger, no cheese, because again, like I'm not
You're
gonna
get lots of people that told you that this was where you went wrong.
the lack of cheese. If the lack of cheese is the thing that makes their burger, oh my god!
I'm just saying. My father-in-law will be the worst offender.
I love a cheeseburger, right? With good cheese.
Sure.
I don't believe there's, first of all, if you ordered the animal style, the way that it's supposed to come with the extra sauce, you would never frickin' taste the cheese in the first place. All right.
Okay.
So I got the burger. I said, go light on the sauce. I recognize that will be controversial. My objective here is taste the burger, right? Because I'm judging the hamburger based upon the burger, not based upon their condiments, right? I can like go get a shot of the special sauce on the side if I want to like evaluate their condiments. This is like Shake Shack sauce, right? Shake Shack sauce is a complete bust. Shake Shack makes a better burger, by the way, but we'll come to that. The burger is small.
Yes.
It is not particularly flavorful.
Agreed.
I think a plain hamburger from McDonald's is bigger by volume of beef.
Okay.
Right?
I ordered a double, so
I probably should have done double. To be completely honest, I probably should have done double. The bun was fantastic. They nailed the crunch on the bun. Like the crunch on the bun is exactly what I want every single hamburger bun to taste like. All right. The problem is everything else is let down. And Thousand Island dressing is really like somebody's like, oh, I got soybean oil. What should I do with it? You know, that's all it is. It's like because we've got leftover soybeans for whatever reason, and we're like, we'll make soybean oil because it'll last longer. Than hey, turns out that some hamburger joint needs a secret sauce. Thousand Island dressing. Boom.
There you go.
It was fine. It was not good. The price point was great, right? But I also left myself asking, like, given animal style burger or a quarter pounder, what am I going to do? What do you do, John?
Based on my most recent experience, which could still be a fluke, but I think I go quarter pounder. Probably.
Yeah, I would too. You know, McDonald's about a year ago or so, I think I sent you an Apple News article about this. They refreshed the quarter pounder, right? And it's a fantastic hamburger. I'm a big quarter pounder fan. So I think that In-N-Out Burger is overrated on the burger side. Now let's talk about the fries. Wait, hold on one second. Do you remember the condiment area for In-N-Out?
I do.
There's ketchup pumps, there's salt, there's pepper. Do you remember what the other thing was?
I mean, they had like sport peppers.
Sport peppers. I was elated. I grabbed a handful of sport peppers and I had a bite. I would basically like take a bite of burger, take a bite of sport pepper. right? Every
Nice.
single one. Like, yeah, that right there, that was game changing. That's like more companies, more whatever need to have sport peppers available for your hamburger consumption, because that was good. That was really good.
Nice.
All
I
right,
like it.
French fries.
French fries.
You told me I ordered these wrong.
I did, but I don't know that it would change your opinion that much. But it would have solved one of your critiques, in that they were soggy and not crunchy.
Yeah, they were limp. Right? There was like nobody wants a limp French fry. This is what Five Guys has not figured out, and I don't get it. Right? Like nobody's satisfied with a limp French fry. Everybody wants that crunch on the outside, that fluffy middle, and that nice saltiness, right? That goes with it.
For sure.
It just
Now, if you want to add the malt vinegar on top of that, go for it.
I did not see malt vinegar available, by the way.
This is a Five Guys thing.
Oh, Five Guys has got to do it, whatever they can to make their soggy potatoes passable, right? By the way, just as a sidebar, Five Guys, great burger, but their buns dissolve. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but like by the time you take bite one, there's a little bit of bun left. By the time you get to like bite number 7, there's no bun left. It's completely dissolved. That's not good. That's not good. This is
a different experience than I have, but
I know you've said that. You've said that before. To me. I did a scientific poll with my coworkers today and found at least one other person who had experienced the dissolving bun. Okay.
I wonder if what your toppings are. That's the next level of research. Is it a certain topping that does this to you?
I'm super predictable. Okay. Well, I've changed recently. Let me clarify, but I've been super predictable for the first, we're going to say 39 years of my life. Okay. For the first 39 years of my life, it was mustard, onion, lettuce, tomato. Okay. Mustard, onion, lettuce, tomato. Recently, I've realized that the lettuce is a joke.
Yep.
Okay. The tomatoes are actually not good tomatoes.
Flavorless tomatoes. Yep.
They're flavorless tomatoes. Right. And what I really want is pickle. Right. So what I do now is onion, mustard, ketchup, pickle. That's my go-to.
Sounds solid.
Mustard, onion, ketchup, pickle. Because you get that actual like
raw onion or grilled onion.
I prefer raw onion.
So do I.
I like that bite, that bitterness, right? You know, a little bit of punch in there, and the mustard's mustard. Like I'm going for mustard, not for the vinegariness of it. The pickle there is for the vinegariness. The ketchup is to get some actual tomato flavor and a little bit of sweetness, you know?
You know what I think you need to try, Stan? Jalapeno.
Oh, if it's available, hell yeah. Sorry, heck yeah. Sorry. Oops. there goes our e-box rating. Yeah. How many places actually offer jalapeno? You can't go to McDonald's and get a jalapeno.
Five Guys does.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Five Guys will put bacon in your milkshake if you want. Like they'll do just about anything. It's just you got to do with the dissolving bun and use half your paycheck to feed a family.
True.
Which, by the way, is the advantage I think to In-N-Out Burger. So it was $8.50 for a sandwich and a drink. Sorry, it was $8. It was actually just above $8, and there was like 20 cents extra for the fries. And I thought to myself, like, this is actually the process I went through. I wasn't gonna get fries, right? So I was just gonna get a burger and a Diet Coke. And as I'm walking up, I'm like, John's gonna ask me how were the fries. I know he's gonna ask me how were the fries. So I did the math, right? All in my brain, by the way. No LLMs for this. Did the math, And I was like,
LLM's good at math now.
They're better. But I determined that it's like 20 cents basically for the fries. And I was like, okay, is 20 cents worth the conversation I'm going to have with John about it?
And you decided yes.
I decided yes, yeah. And the crazy thing is, as I was making this calculus, I was like, okay, so sunk cost fallacy, right? When I sample these fries, how many do I need to sample in order to determine whether or not they're good or bad? So I had to wait a while for the burger because this place was packed. Because I think when I walked up, they were serving number 28 and I was order number 70. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was not like it. This place
went at the wrong time. Yeah.
Yeah. It was 12:30. They should have been like doing something else, but they were still there. But I asked myself, sunk cost fallacy. How many fries does it take to create an assessment. I did get ketchup, by the way, and I did something that apparently was offensive to at least 3 other people in the venue. Do you put your ketchup when you squirt your ketchup out? Do you put it directly on your fries?
Generally, no.
No, you put it to the side, right?
Yeah.
So at In-N-Out, they give you the little red tray. Would you just drop it on the tray?
Probably not, because I wouldn't trust the cleanliness of the tray.
Oh, see, I was like, I left all caution to the wind at that point. I just squirted on the tray. I was like, all right, well, you only live once, right? And I guess folks that were standing near me expected it to go on to the fries because I had 1 comment and 2 looks.
They didn't have the little cups.
Dude, there were so many people around there. I had to reach. This was so stupid. They had 2 little spouts for ketchup, but the little cups were only to the right of the farthest one. So I was at the left one, which meant I had to reach over someone or ask them to hand me one. And I sure as heck am not going to do it because like ask for someone to hand me. Because one thing I'm certain of, even if they don't clean those trays that well, those trays are cleaner than the person's hands that are touching the little cup to give it to me. Right?
Probably true.
Yeah. So the French fries were disappointing. They were limp. They were soggy-ish. There were also more black spots on the potato than I'm accustomed to seeing, right? I feel like that is not good quality control.
Okay, Stan.
I mean, think about like the next time you're at Wendy's. Wendy's has good French fries, right?
They do. It's been a long time since I was at a Wendy's.
So just think about your entire life, right? All 30 some odd years of it. How many times have you gotten more than one blackened French fry? And I'm talking about black, like the like dark potatoey, I guess, rottenness. How many times have you gotten more than one black French fry in an order?
Very few.
Very few. I can't, to be honest with you, I reflected on 40 years of existence and I can think of one time. Now, it may not be a complete data set, but I can think of one time.
Okay. So the question stands, when you're in Southern California, will you try again?
No.
Nope.
No. And Lucy, who likes to try everything, was really interested to hear how it went. And I was like, no, it's not good. I mean, it's not worth going out of your way for. I think that's the key thing, right? It's not worth going out of your way for, and it is not worth waiting in line for. So if you find that you turn around and, oh, look, surprise, there's an In-N-Out burger. And there's nobody waiting in line. Yeah. Go for it. You should totally go for it. If not, cross the street, go to McDonald's, and you'll be fine. Be totally fine. But
all right.
My hot take is I think Shake Shack makes a better burger. And I think their fries are.
I guess I've had 2. I've had Shake Shack twice, once with you and once in Boston, but I have no recollection of the burger.
That's fat. So there's an episode where
I have to go back and listen.
where we diagnosed the Shake Shack one. I think we were disappointed in the burger, satisfied with the fries.
Sounds right.
What I will say is I've had Shake Shack a couple of times since. I, for whatever reason, think we had an anomalous experience. The Shake Shack sauce is overrated.
Yeah.
Okay. Thousand Island dressing, just like everybody else. If you go in and you order a burger, mustard, onion, pickle, ketchup, right? I think you'll be happy, even with cheese.
Okay.
And more importantly, Shake Shack is, the guy, the unapproachable hospitality. That guy.
Unreasonable.
Yeah, the unreasonable hospitality. Same thing.
All right. I think that's enough for one episode of Stan's food adventures.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you think the hot take here on In-N-Out Burger is going to, upset the twisties?
I think it will upset them a lot, but this is a good test to see how regular of listeners they are.
Oh, all right. So if you listen to this episode and you're a twisty, Tell us what you think about In-N-Out Burger, and do it in ways that like we can talk about. Because if you're just like, oh, it's amazing, that's too attractive to me. Like, talk to me about what you think mustard fried, first of all, means chemically, and second of all, what do you think it actually does to the burger? Answer's nothing.
I also wonder if they order animal style or not.
Probably not, because it's the secret menu. That's not so secret.
Secret, right?
It's the menu that's not in the store. This is the dumbest thing, by the way. It's not in the store. You will not see it on the menu board. But if you go to their website, there's actually a thing that says "not so secret menu."
There you go.
And the
So
funny
why
thing
don't
about
they
it is
just
they're like,
put it up on the board?
the not so secret menu is, our customer hospitality. And I'm like, what, how is that hospital if I have to like be surprised by it or go looking for it? The extra
I
effort.
think the idea here is they'll make a burger however you want it.
I don't believe that's possible with the amount of people volume that I experienced, Jonathan.
Well, maybe that's something to test out.
Yeah, because I want to wait in line for 20 minutes again for a hamburger. Jonathan, we had one other topic to cover today. I guess we say that for next time.
Yeah, we should probably put it in our note that we don't really keep up to date anymore.
No, we don't, because we're flying by the seat of our pants. Had
We
to
were
do
going
with
to talk
LLMs.
about LLMs, and we were going to talk about Othello, and we were going to talk about, I don't know what else.
All right, 5 minutes. That's all we're gonna do on Othello. Go.
5 minutes on Othello.
5 minutes on Othello.
Really, really great play. They're all evil, and
Not Desdemona.
not Desdemona.
Oh, wait. What was the hesitation? Explain to me how Desdemona is.
I don't think that she's evil. I think she's a little naive.
I don't think oh man, I totally disagree with you. I don't think she's naive. Why do you think she's naive?
I don't know, because there's all these people who are like working things around her, and basically she ends up dead.
She ends up dead by the one she loves. Spoiler alert. But I don't think she's naive. I think she is the personification of a loving wife. Like, all of this crap is going on around her. Her own father doesn't want her to be in love with this guy, right? For all the wrong reasons. Like there's racial, there's like class stuff going on, all of that. And she loves the guy. And despite all of the machinations that are going around, she remains faithful, putting the best construction on every turn. Now, if my friend, my Lutheran friend, you say that honoring the eighth commandment, putting the best construction on everything is naivety, then okay, Desdemona is naive.
I mean, I just think she probably should have formed some more alliances.
Okay, alliance formation. I could see that as a critique of Desdemona, especially in a Shakespearean play, for sure. I've read, this is the one that I've read. This will be the third time through.
Yep.
Was there anything that surprised you?
I think how purely evil Iago is.
He is the ultimate manipulator.
Like, all of the characters are really great as per most Shakespeare. But like, Iago was purely evil, like from the get-go.
Yeah. Constantly conspiring for the downfall, not of just Othello, but really everyone else in the play.
Yep.
Right? Even poor Desdemona's father, right? Like, he's just, purely evil. What'd you think of Cassio?
I mean, I didn't like him either, but
okay, why did you like Cassio? Because I like Cassio. This is so funny to me.
I think probably because he was impressionable to a fault.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I'll accept it. Go on. Explain a little more, Jonathan.
I mean, he was just influenced by the people moving around him, and never took like a strong stand against them.
I think what I've always appreciated about Cassio is he is the trusted lieutenant. He is the he's the guy, he loves Othello, right? Like his faithfulness is to Othello to a fault, right? Like really to a fault. But that loyalty,
Easy to manipulate. Yeah.
yeah, he's easy to manipulate, in part because of his loyalty. And I think that is what I love about him, because I think everyone needs a Cassio in their life, or deserves a Cassio in their life, right? Everybody needs that like the devout trusted lieutenant. You
And
know?
yours is Aaron Finker.
Yeah, there's no way Aaron listens to the podcast. One wonders. Oh. But you get what I'm saying? Like there's I don't know, man. Like
I don't know either, Stan, because like we're friends, I think, because we push each other when we need to.
Yeah, you're definitely not my Casio. Yeah. No, there's not heavy there.
And like I very much think through things and process things by arguing ultimately. Like so
Casio, right? Like he has we don't know what's happened prior to the story, right? Like he gets the promotion at the beginning. That obviously
there was
creates
a war.
There was a war.
Battle
You don't
or
know what
whatever.
happened, right? Like you and I are closer because we went through a organizational war together, as it
Right.
was, right? But you come out of that. There's this deeply held loyalty. There's something about it that I just like. It's what I want in my masculine characters. I think it's the same reason why I love The Sopranos.
Yeah.
And I that's what draws me to that. I think in some regards why I like Cassio so much. I was trying to remember what's the guy's name.
Starts with a D.
Wait. What are we talking about? I was thinking about Sopranos. I was thinking about
Sopranos.
Paulie. Yeah,
Don't Paulie.
Paulie is Cassio, right?
Okay.
You
I
can see it,
it,
right? Like there's like a blind devoutness, but you remember because he talks about the 70s and he survived by the skin of something or another. I'm not going to say on the podcast because I've already said one bad word today. But like I get Pauly vibes from Cassio, and I love it. Now, ultimately, like Cassio is manipulated. He lets himself get manipulated. He falls prey to the manipulation. Iago is over there like a puppet master. Again, Godfather vibes.
No.
Rodrigo is the buffoon, right?
Rodrigo,
This whole thing. I can't decide if I'm thinking about, he's probably Chrissy, right? From The Sopranos.
Sure.
Yeah, it works.
You can make a case for it. Yeah.
Somewhere, if Rick has managed to make it this far in this episode, a little bit of him is dying inside because I'm recasting Othello with Sopranos characters. Just to be clear.
Hey, Sopranos is very Shakespearean.
Oh, it's super Shakespearean. But just to be clear, though, Carmela is not testimonial. Not at all. Not at all. If Adriana in her relation to Kristen is the most testimonial character, like, if I had to go there. But, yeah. So, did it end the way that you thought it would end? Because like with Shakespeare, right? Someone's always going to die in these tragedies, right? Like, did you imagine everyone that died would die? Did you imagine who would survive?
I think so. The whole Cassio sequence wasn't exactly how I pictured it would end up. But in the end, yeah.
Did the version you read have staging notes?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you read all the staging notes?
The ones that were in the text. I didn't always read the notes on the side.
There's some shenanigans with Iago, like because he'll read them and stab somebody. Like you picked up on that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a fun one to see in person because there's some like subtle stuff that happens off to the side, a stabbing or a whisper or whatever, that you can read, but seeing it performed, you're like, holy cats, this guy is even more manipulative than I thought. Right. So if you ever have a chance to see Othello in person, highly recommend it. I think it's actually only one of two. Do we count the Berman? Is that right? The movie guy, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, I have no idea.
I think it's Roz Berman. I should know this. Why is it the robots are all failing me? Baz Luhrmann. I keep saying Roz Berman. Baz Luhrmann. Does watching Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio, does that count?
Probably not.
No. Okay. All right. Then I've seen Shakespeare performed in person twice. Both fantastic. Othello was one of them, though. And the subtleties of Othello, those staging notes, totally worth it. So if you get a chance, highly recommend seeing Othello.
We need to go to America's Players Theater in Spring Green, Wisconsin, Stanley, and find whatever Shakespeare show of that season is.
I don't know half the words you said, but it was in Wisconsin and they have flea skirts, so I'm good. And good hamburger, probably.
It's this cool like outdoor theater where you like walk through the woods up this hill, and it's like you are outside, and it's a pretty minimalist production usually, and it's just the actors on stage.
So you've been there and you've seen a show.
I have seen Macbeth there twice, and I saw Hamlet there once.
Ooh, okay. I have never read Hamlet. I have seen Renaissance Man with
also, it doesn't count.
Let me finish. I've seen it at least 6 times, and I own it with Danny DeVito. Okay, so Macbeth, probably the weirdest play you could have watched.
I think that was one of the ones I watched in high school.
Yeah, that's a wild one. I don't like having. I've started to read it recently. I stopped for reasons. I got distracted with other stuff. That's one that I'm not really sure is appropriate for high schoolers.
Sure.
It's out. I'm not really sure Romeo and Juliet is either, but it's out there, man. Macbeth is weird. It's a weird play.
Weird. There on Apple TV, it's actually pretty good. And I think is it Denzel Washington who plays Macbeth?
In Macbeth? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
When was this made? Hold on.
A couple of years ago.
Denzel Washington. Oh, it comes up. 2021. Wait, have you seen this?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
It's all like muted color scheme. So you got to get over that. But
are there subtitles?
I mean, I always have subtitles on, but this was in English. So.
Okay, not in the original Klingon. Got it.
So, if you're looking for something to watch some weekend with your bottle of wine, I enjoyed it.
Okay, I'll cue that up. Hot take. Evelyn recently informed me that she does not remember the Star Wars movies.
You used to watch those every single Friday.
I know, but she was little, man. She's only 11 right now. So I was like, oh my gosh, I failed my daughter. So we're gonna do a rewatch of Star Wars here soon.
Nice.
The question, and we'll debate this next time: pub order or chronological order? Don't answer, John. It's for next time. It's for next time.
All right, sounds good. As I'm looking at the APT website, the 2 Shakespeare plays this season are As You Like It and The Two Gentlemen of Verona.
I am not familiar with either of those. Okay, before we dial out, why don't you remind me, what are we reading next?
So if we go by the plan that was set out at the end of last year, we will be reading King Lear in Q3 of 2026.
Okay, Q3 beginning, I guess that's technically June or July. Sorry.
Yeah.
July 1st. Okay, King Lear, the other option was The Tempest?
Correct.
Okay, so if Rick makes it this far, I'd love Rick's opinion. King Lear or The Tempest, which should we go first? Because I know no person more proficient or no better expert than Rick in Shakespeare.
Do you think he would come onto the podcast and teach us about Shakespeare?
Oh yeah, if we could figure out how to set up the whole venue, yeah, absolutely. He does a thing on Thursday mornings. It's a Shakespeare like class. They sit and read and they talk. He got Evelyn so excited about Cleopatra. She did her end of year like Faces of History thing on Cleopatra. Like
Nice.
the man is as deep into Shakespeare as anyone I've ever encountered in my life. And yeah, and his excitement about it is palpable.
Yeah. Nice.
We'll have to figure out if you come out to visit. We'll just sit in his parlor. It's his living room, but he calls it his parlor. And we'll soak up the wisdom which is Rick Reed, Professor Rick Reed, extraordinaire.
Okay.
So,
And it sounds like he won't just make me feel dumb. So intentionally.
he'll make me feel dumb. because I think he's figured out that I am the
you need to be humbled.
well, there's that too. But I'm the class clown, right? So he's got to put me in a place. We did Canto 15 of Dante's Inferno tonight, so you can look that one up and just imagine what the middle school version of Stan Lemon would do with that. And we'll go from there.
Fair enough.
On that note, we should wrap it up.
We should. This is a long episode about not a lot. So
we're all over the place. I can't wait to see what the robots do with this.
What do you think? You think I got 20%?
No.
Below 20%? Okay.
I'm gonna guess. A hearty 18.5%. Sorry, Twisties. I tried. Okay. You got to decide if we're gonna do whichever Shakespeare play before July, because that's a long time away here.
I know. It's like the how much time went between the first one and the second one.
Which is a lot, right? Like, I don't know what you were doing. Did you read anything between those two?
I feel like I did, because I'm only one book off of my pace to meet my Goodreads goal.
Ooh, we should talk about The Great Divorce. I'm reading The Great Divorce.
Ooh, not today.
Not today. All right, Jonathan. Until next time.
Until next time. Later, Stanley.
See you, buddy.
That's a wrap, yo. Time to unplug. Stan and John just served that mug. Twist of lemon, sharp and clean. Truth and tech on your podcast screen. Catch us next time. Don't let it slip. Wisdom packed in every clip. From faith to fiber, finance to code. We're taking the mic down the open road. Stay sharp, stay bold. That's the theme with a lemon twist and a pod